This place is full of Lilith's hatred.
How is it going, YouTube? Malagant here. We're going to be talking about Diablo 4. It's finally around the corner, and there's going to be quite a bit of content coming your way from both YouTube in my channel and on twitch.tv/Malagant. So if you enjoy Diablo 4 and my content, please tune in. Definitely. Thank you for watching. So before jumping into this called Sorcerer, which is going to be my starting character, and I was going in between this guy, a Sorcerer or a Barbarian, you know, before just jumping into it, let's just talk about very small section what my expectations are from the launch. Perhaps a shaky launch on the server side of things, especially. Maybe not on the client side, because it's been tested quite thoroughly in my opinion. It can happen definitely, but I do expect server side to be much more shakier. Also, giving the track record of Diablo 3, I really hope that's not going to be the same though when it comes to the launch. The betas, the latest 4 betas I have been taken, you know, I've experienced, they have been very smooth, both the client side and server side, and it has only gotten better. So that definitely like gives me hope. But that being said, this is an MMO. Most of the MMOs are launching, you know, very shaky, and at the same time, it is a Diablo franchise. The numbers are going to be absolutely insane. It's not going to be parallel to any other ARPG that you can think of. I'm 100% sure of this, and Blizzard is taking a massive step and going the distance with its advertising. You can easily see it on TVs, you know, on billboards, on the road, on the bus stop. It's absolutely insane, the advertising that's going on right now, or with merchandise also from brands. So just because of like how popular and some things are untested, the later section of the game especially, I expect people to be finding glitchy things, you know, abusable things, manipulative things, to basically speed up the leveling, or like the item acquisition, perhaps item duping, or maybe even the Paragon grind to be sped up as well. I definitely expect there to be lots of bug abuse going on. Please approach with caution, definitely. Don't take everything as granted, and don't, you know, just put a filter, you know, and just, you know, do the right thing basically. Don't abuse things, 100%. Be a little bit responsible, because at the end of the day, since it's an MMO and it's being played together in a multiplayer environment, let's say, Blizzard is probably going to be banning lots of accounts. It has always been the case. So don't lose your account by doing something, you know, stupid. Just doing it one time without knowing and things like that is definitely fine, but like abusing something repetitively is definitely going to be, I expect it to be harshly punished for sure. So I had a hard time selecting, you know, between 2 characters, Barbarian and Sorcerer, and Sorcerer, and what's, you know, what comes to my mind is that, like, you know, what makes the difference? I would play both of them. That's not really the case, because I think in this game, in Diablo 4, just because of how devs are approaching the game and they're building the game, it's going to be very immersive, right? It's going to be exploration heavy, challenge heavy, and at the start of the game, there won't be any seasons available. So most of the things that we are going to be doing is going to be for completion and for first-hand experiencing. So there will be, again, a little bit like an MMO, you know, the first character, the main character, is going to be, you know, gaining more importance because of this. Just because there are no ladders, there's no season, and the game is, you know, developed in a way that, like, it's heavily wanting you to explore every bits and pieces of the map, and you know, it's giving you the capability of just like completely skipping the campaign and doing whatever you want to do on your second and the characters that are coming afterwards. So just because of this, I would like to have a main that I'm happy to start with. That's why it was kind of important to me which character that I'm going to be selecting to start Diablo 4 with. Cold Sorcerer is going to be the build. Well, Cold is going to be the build with, you know, utilizing, let's say, Freezing Orb, I think, right? It was called, and the Blizzard, of course. The video that you're watching is from the latest beta. This is the character that I played thoroughly in the latest beta, actually. It was only 20 levels available, and this build, why this build, you might ask? So it is very satisfying to play the Cold build. and freeze seems to be crazy strong when it comes to controlling your screen. Again, satisfying also to be able to freeze almost anything. Even the biggest boss in this game, like even the world bosses, they have stagger break bars that are filling. If you played Lost Ark, you would know it from there too. And how they implemented things like stun and freeze into this game is these things are basically translating to the bosses which are not necessarily freezable, right? By basically more break bar. So you're building the boss's break bar and stagger much faster as like a freeze build. So you're very useful in that sense too. And the damage was quite good also. So that is why I'm going to be playing, you know, the Blizzard build. Let's say. It has very good resource management compared to the other things that I have tried when it comes to the Sorcerer abilities, let's say. It doesn't necessarily have the downtime like the other builds where you have to, you know, just spam the default attack for a while or just keep running around waiting for a mana and then you're able to cast. Because there are lots of things that are synergizing when it comes to, you know, when you have Blizzard going on, you have less mana cost on the other things, or like a free freezing orb casts going on because of like the legendaries and yada yada. I'm sure later on into the game there'll be lots of things to control the mana or like resource management better as a sorcerer, 100%, but even with like 20 early levels that are available for this build in the beta, it was at a good state when it comes to mana control. That really gave me the upper hand and more of like an active combat. That really is something that I've enjoyed. So that's why I'm going to be playing the Sorcerer as my starter, and it's, you know, 90% is going to be a cold Sorcerer to begin with. Maybe later on into the game I'll, you know, check things out on stream and we'll see how it goes. The build details, you can 100% find it in the description of the video down below. And let me know what your starting character is going to be and what your expectations are going to be from Diablo 4 in the comment section, please. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.